So today, we're talking about a really cool digital tool that is completely changing the game for Cambodian businesses. We're going to dive into how it's unlocking the country's export potential and connecting entrepreneurs to a massive global market.
To really get a feel for how this works, let's start with a story. So this is Vana. She runs a small business, and she makes these beautiful handcrafted goods. Her biggest dream? To see her products in shops all across Southeast Asia. But, well, there's always a but, right? She's hit a roadblock.
It turns out there is this one single essential piece of paper that's the key to unlocking international trade. Without it, her goods can't get the preferential treatment they should, which makes them more expensive and a whole lot less competitive. So what on earth is this document?
It is the Certificate of Origin, or CO for short. The best way to think about it is like a passport, but for your products. It's the official proof to other countries that your stuff is genuinely made in Cambodia. And that little stamp is what unlocks all the benefits, like lower taxes, under big trade agreements.
For years and years, getting that product passport meant, well, it meant long lines and mountains of paperwork. But thankfully, that's all changing. Cambodia has made the leap from those old-school physical cues to a world of digital clicks.
So what's the answer? It's the Ministry of Commerce's CO automation system. This is the online platform that was specifically designed to make this whole process way easier for exporters, just like Vana.
And okay, let's just look at the difference here, because it is literally night and day. The old way? Think manual forms, waiting in unpredictable lines, dealing with stacks of physical paper, and just constant worries about delays. The new way? It's all on an online portal, code.moc.gov.kh, and it's all about fast processing, digital documents, and total transparency. You can see exactly what's happening.
So how does an exporter like Vana actually use this thing? Well, the great news is that it's been broken down into a super clear, four-step path that pretty much anyone can follow with confidence. And really, the whole journey boils down to these four core things. You set up your account, you register your products, you submit an application for each shipment, and then you get it finalized and approved. Simple as that. So let's break each one down.
All right, step one is all about the setup, and you only have to do this once. First, you'll create your own personal user account. Then you register your company itself, which just means uploading a few key documents like your business registration certificate as PDF files.
Now, there is a one-time registration fee for a new company, and it's 400,000 Cambodian rial. You pay it online, and that single payment gets your company officially in the system and ready to go for a whole year.
Okay, next up is product registration. This is where you list out all of the raw materials you use, and then you list the final products that you're creating. The system is pretty clever. It lets you link them together, which creates a kind of digital bill of materials. And here is a fantastic little shortcut. If your product is what they call wholly obtained, think things like rice, cashews, or mangoes that are grown right here, you get to skip registration of raw materials completely.
Now, once all that initial setup is done, step 3 becomes your new routine. This is what you'll do over and over. For every single shipment you send out, you just log in and apply for a CO. All your company and product info is already saved, which makes this part incredibly fast and easy.
And here's the final stretch, getting it approved. The flow is so clear, and you can track it the whole way. After you hit submit, your application gets reviewed by one official, and then it's verified by a second official. Once they give it the thumbs up, you pay the service fee online, and then boom, your digital certificate of origin is approved and issued. All done.
But you know, this whole system isn't just about making paperwork less of a headache. This digital certificate is Vana's actual ticket to a much bigger market. It's about plugging Cambodia directly into the entire ASEAN region. And this is all possible because of something called the ASEAN Single Window, or ASW. Honestly, the easiest way to picture it is as a digital superhighway for trade. It connects the customs and trade systems of all 10 ASEAN countries, letting all the important documents fly back and forth between them instantly. So, what's the actual vehicle driving on this superhighway? Well, your approved digital document is called an ATIGE E-Form D. That's the official name for the electronic certificate of origin that's used for all trade within the ASEAN region. And this is where you really see the power of all this digital stuff. The second the Ministry of Commerce approves Vana's application, that E-Form D is instantly sent to Cambodia's national single window. From there, it's transmitted through the ASEAN single window, and the result is just amazing. The digital certificate often shows up at customs in, say, Thailand or Malaysia before the actual truck carrying the goods even gets there. So are you feeling ready to jump in? The system is backed up by some fantastic resources that make up a whole toolkit for success, making sure every exporter has what they need.
And this is something you absolutely have to know. This isn't just a suggestion or a new option. It's the standard. As of January 1st, 2024, the electronic Atiga E-Form D became the fully implemented required format for trade within ASEAN. The era of paper forms is officially over.
So here are the 3 most critical links you're going to need. You've got the portal itself, that's coco.moc.gov.kh. Then there's an official Telegram channel for updates and support, t.me/co-automation. And finally, there's a tracking website, tracking.nsw.gov.kh, where you can actually watch the live status of your form as it zips through the ASEAN single window.
So for Vanna and for thousands of other entrepreneurs just like her, the super complex world of international trade has been simplified down to just a few clicks on a screen. That digital door to a market of over 600 million consumers, it is wide open. So the only question left for you is, what will you export?